Here's part 2 of the true scary story of a girl who was almost unalived multiple times by an entity. So after the laundry room incident, things had just gotten progressively worse after that. About a year later, they had installed an above ground pool, and when it would get cold outside, this pool would ice over completely, and the ice on it was very thick, so you could actually walk on top of the ice. So one day, Koi was outside and she was playing frisbee by herself around this pool. And while she was playing frisbee, she accidentally threw the frisbee and the frisbee landed on top of the pool. So because the frisbee landed on top of the pool, this means that she actually had to go on top of the pool to grab the frisbee. So she gets on top of the pool, and mind you, she's about a 70-pound girl. She gets on top of the pool, she goes to grab the frisbee, and all of a sudden the pool just caves in and she falls in the water. Now she is freaking out at this point because she is under the water and there is still ice above the water. So she's trying to go above where the hole is so that she can get herself out of the ice. When all of a sudden she goes to where the hole is to get out of the ice, and she feels something grab her ankles and pull her down further. So then she fights back, kicking this thing off. She goes to swim above the water again, and something pulls her legs again. Now, this happened about 5 times before she was finally able to get herself up and above the water. So she is absolutely freaking out at this point. She runs inside, she is freezing cold, and she goes to take a hot shower so that she can just warm up. So she gets in the shower, she turns it to hot, and she starts showering when all of a sudden a thin, pale, skinny hand reaches in the shower, turns the knob to cold, and then just pulls back out of the shower. Then opens the curtain to see what the hell is going on, and no one is there. And mind you, the only other person that is home is her father. And her father is a 300-pound man that is mixed race, that is in a different room, and it could not have been his hand because his hand is a little bit darker than the hand that reached into the shower and turned it to cold. And also, why would her father do that to her? Because that is incredibly weird. It wasn't him, he was sleeping. Now, after this incident, everything actually stopped because her parents unfortunately got a divorce and they moved out of that house. So when she was out of that house, nothing creepy ever happened to her. But then, fortunately, her parents got back together, but unfortunately, they went and moved back into that house and everything started again. Now, this next part is crazy because they wasted absolutely no time to start tormenting her again, whatever this thing was. Because as soon as she was unpacking in her room, she was putting clothes away in her closet, and all of a sudden she starts hearing whispering in her ears. But the whispering is almost like screaming whispering, and it sounds like it's coming from all around her, just like so she turns around and it just stops. Then all of a sudden she hears someone scream her name from downstairs. Her parents are downstairs, so she asks what they need, and they're both like, "We didn't call your name. No one called your name." After this, she started seeing shadows everywhere. Kind of like the first night that incident happened to her when she was 5 years old, this all started again. Dark figures with even darker eyes than before started looking at her through corners, just taunting her even more than before. Imagine just being at your house, seeing something out of the corner of your eye, and then looking, and then just seeing a figure with dark black eyes just staring at you intently. Now, she finally got so fed up with this that she was like, "I am telling my mom." So she goes and she tells her mom what she has been seeing just about this little girl. And the mom gets pale and wide-eyed and says, "I have seen her too. So has your grandmother, and so has your aunt." And apparently her aunt is a spiritual witch. Koi said that since she had mentioned this to her mother, that nothing significant has happened, but that she always feels like she's being watched all of the time, and that she just has this eerie, dark feeling like there's something in that house. I would like to know what you guys think about this in the comments, and so would she. So please drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you have had any similar experiences, she would like to know about it. So drop that in the comments as well. I think that whoever this was genuinely trying to unalive her, and thank God she is safe today, but something needs to happen. They need to have someone come to their house, in my opinion, and bless it or something. Other than that, if you have any true scary stories, please submit them to me at kaisespooky@gmail.com. The email to send the scary stories is in my description on YouTube, and it's in my bio on You can remain anonymous, or I can use your name and tag you. Other than that, my name is Kaisa. I tell true scary stories every single night. So if you like that, then subscribe or hit that follow button depending on where you are. As always, your support means absolutely everything to me. Every single one of you who comment, who engage, who watch my videos, I love you to death. Thank you. I hope you have a spooky night. Bye. See you in the next one.